I could show the world how to smile. I could be glad all of the while. I could change the grey skies to blue if I had you. Hi everyone, and welcome back to John Caudry Music. If you're new here, I'm John and I regularly post ukulele tutorials here on YouTube to suit all different playing abilities. Today we're going to be looking at the beautiful 1928 song If I Had You. This is one of my favourite songs from the Timpanelli era, and my wife and I actually played it as a ukulele duet at our wedding back in 2014. The song was written by Jimmy Campbell, Reg Connolly and Ted Shapiro and has been performed by a host of artists including Rudy Vallee, Al Bowley, Frank Sinatra and Connie Francis, to name but a few. My favourite versions of the song by far were by Cliff Edwards, also known as Ukulele Ike. Cliff Edwards is probably the most famous ukulele player of all time, but that most people aren't even aware of. He literally sold more than 70 million records in the 1920s and 30s and was probably best known as being the voice of Jiminy Cricket in Walt Disney's 1940s Pinocchio film, where he sang When You Wish Upon a Star. If you're interested in learning more about Cliff Edwards, I'll link to a couple of short YouTube documentaries about him in the video description below. So let's now take a look at the song. But just before we do, if you do find this tutorial helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you'd like a PDF copy of the song sheet with the lyrics and the chord boxes, buy me a coffee. See how to do so in the video description below and I'll email it over to you. Alternatively, join me over at my Patreon site where all my video tutorials and accompanying PDFs can be found in one place. The link for this can also be found in the video description below. The song has a very simple standard form, and like so many songs from this era, it starts with an introductory verse that sets the scene for the rest of the song. This is then followed by a standard A-A-B-A form of two A sections and then a B section or bridge, and finally another A section to finish the song. In my version and also my play-along video that's linked to in both the card above and the video description below, I've also added a second less commonly used verse that is played after the first time around the form to set us up to repeat it all once again. We'll be looking at the song in the key of F major with a key change or modulation to the key of A minor for the bridge. I generally keep things very simple with the strumming for this song, as there's a lot of bars with two chords, and I just play a down, 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 down pattern with just 4 down strums per bar, but I tend to play beats 1 and 3 with my thumb and beats 2 and 4 with my index finger, giving it a sort of long strum, short strum feel, like so. I may also add the odd up strum or triplet strum here and there, just to embellish certain parts of the song, like the changes between each section, etc. The intro for the song is just 2 bars long, and here we have a full bar of F in bar 1, then an evenly split bar of G minor 7 and C7 in bar 2. So 2, 3, 4. Like I said before, the song then starts with an opening verse that's 8 bars long and sets the scene for the rest of the song. In bar 1 we have an evenly split bar of D minor and an E7 chord. In bar 2 we have another evenly split bar of A7 and D7. In bar 3 we have another split bar, but this time with the first chord, the G7, taking beats 1 and 2 of the bar, and then we have a C major on beat 3 of the bar and a C augmented chord on beat 4 of the bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In bar 4 we have an evenly split bar of F and A7. And then in bar 5, like in bar 1, we go back to a split bar of D minor and E7. And in bar 6, like in bar 2, we have a split bar of A7 and E7. Then in bar 7 we have a split bar sharing a G7 and then a G minor 7 chord. And finally in bar 8 we just have a full bar of C7 to set us up to go into the main A-A-B-A form of the song. So the opening verse would be something like this. 2, 3, 4. I dreamed all my dreams and schemed all my schemes, but somehow it just seemed wrong. Until I met you, was then, dear, I knew, to me you must belong. The A sections of the song are also 8 bars long, and here we have a full bar of F major in bar 1, followed by a full bar of F7 in bar 2. In bar 3 we get a full bar of B flat, and in bar 4 a full bar of B flat minor 6. Then in bar 5 we have an evenly split bar of F and A minor 7, and in bar 6 another evenly split bar of G minor 7 and C7, and then in bar 7 we get a full bar of F, and finally in bar 8 another evenly split bar of G minor 7 and C7 to set us up for the next A section. So the first A section would be something like this. 2, 3, 4. I could show the world how to smile. I could be glad all of the while. I could change the grey skies to blue if I had you. The second A section follows the same chord progression as the first, except that the last 2 bars are different. This is in order to set us up for the key change into the bridge. So to reiterate, bars 1 to 6, we have a full bar of F in bar 1, followed by a full bar of F7 in bar 2, a full bar of B flat in bar 3, and a full bar of B flat minor 6 in bar 4. In bar 5, the split bar of F and A minor 7, and in bar 6 a split bar of G minor 7 and C7. Then this time around in bar 7 we have a split bar of F and B flat 6, and yes, this B flat 6 shape is the same as the G minor 7 that we've used before, but in context of the chord's function it would be called a B flat 6 here. And finally in bar 8 we have an evenly split bar of F and E7, setting us up for the move to A minor in the bridge. So the second A section would be 2, 3, 4. I could leave my old friends behind, leave all my pals, I wouldn't mind. I could start my life all anew if I had you. The B section or bridge is also 8 bars long, and now we're in the key of A minor. So in bar 1 we have a full bar of A minor. In bar 2 we get a split bar of D minor 7 and E7. In bar 3 another full bar of A minor, and in bar 4 a full bar of E7. Then in bar 5 we get another full bar of A minor, and in bar 6 another split bar of D minor 7 and E7. Then we have another full bar of A minor in bar 7, and finally a full bar of C7 in bar 8, setting us up nicely for the key change back to F for the final A section. So 2, 3, 4. I could climb the snow-capped mountains, sail the mighty ocean wide. the burning desert if I had you by my side. The final A section is once again the same chord progression as the other two A sections in bars 1 through to 6, but the chords in the final two bars will depend on whether we want to repeat the song again or whether we want to finish the song here. So if we were planning on either going back to repeat the whole A form again, or wanted to play the opening verse again, we would play bars 7 and 8 the same as we did for the first A section, with a full bar of F in bar 7 and a split bar of G minor 7 and C7 in bar 8. So, 2, 3, 4. I could be a king, dear, uncrowned, humble or poor, rich or renowned. There is nothing I couldn't do if I had you. Or if we wanted to finish the song, we would replace these final two bars with a split bar of F and B flat 6 in bar 7, and then in bar 8 we play an F on beat 1, a C7 on beat 2, which I'm using this barred version for, and finally on beat 3 we play this barred version of F6 at the 5th fret. So, 2, 3, 4. I could be a king, dear, uncrowned, humble or poor, rich or renowned. There is nothing I couldn't do if I had you. So there's a couple of optional chord variations I like to add in the A sections, sometimes to just add a little spice. And these occur in bars 5 and 6 and could be utilised in any of the A sections. So in bar 5, where we normally have an evenly split bar of F and A minor 7, I like to play the F as usual for beats 1 and 2, but then on just beat 3 I play this partial A minor 7 chord shape at frets 3 and 4. Then for beat 4 I move the same shape a semitone down to frets 2 and 3, giving me a partial A flat minor 7 chord. And ideally here you don't really want to be strumming the open G string as it's not part of the chord, but I wouldn't worry too much if you do. It will just sound a little more crunchier with it sounding. Then in bar 6 we move the same shape, another semitone down, which gives us the G minor 7 we were already using before. We then play this chord on beats 1 and 2 as we would have done so before, but then the difference here is instead of playing our C7 for beats 3 and 4, we just play it on beat 3, and then by adding a second finger we change the C7 to a C9 chord for the beat 4 of the bar, just for some extra added spice. I hope that makes sense. So here's the final A section with these chord variations. 2, 3, 4. I could be a king, dear, uncrowned, humble or poor, rich or renowned. There is nothing I couldn't do if I had you. Like the opening verse, there's also another optional verse that's much less frequently used in most recordings of the song. But if you want to make the song a little longer, it's nice to have the choice. The chord progression is the same for the opening verse, so I won't go over the chords again, but if I just play through it once, we would have 2, 3, 4. My whole life would be just heaven to me, dear, if you learn to care, to know all the bliss of your loving kiss was waiting for me somewhere. And in my link to play along for the video to the song, I play the opening verse and then the AABA form as discussed, and then I play the second verse and then the whole AABA form once again to finish the song. So now you have a nice arrangement for If I Had You. I'll link to my play along video for you to practice with in the video description below. Please be sure to hit the like button if you found this tutorial helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more ukulele content. If you'd like a copy of the song sheet with the lyrics and the chord boxes, buy me a coffee, see how to do so in the video description below, and I'll email it over to you. Or alternatively, join me over at my Patreon site, where all my tutorials and accompanying PDFs can be found in one place. The link for this can also be found in the video description below. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.